between the time when Enons waged war against Scientology and the rise of the dank memes of Gamergate, there was an age undreamed of, when scores of faceless Xbox fanboys spammed the comments of defenseless pro-PlayStation YouTubers. Upon this came Elpresador, destined to wear the jeweled crown of the Trey Brotherhood upon a beastly brow. Now let me tell you of the days of high trolling.
June 2008 to June 2009 for the YouTube console war was a period of evolution and expansion. Elpresador stretches out beyond going solo to banding together fellow trolls and Sony fanboys under one banner, the Trey Brotherhood. His friend Joe the Gamer, aka JTG, creates the Trey for Life hand gesture.
360 fanboys, it's time. It's time to put your big boy pants on.
Inspired by the NWO. Most of the major players would not make themselves known until the first 6 months of 2009. MLD, Noxious BLD, Solid Rev, Dumars, Truth Setting You Free, Infinite Retro, General G, me. Everyone who ended up garnering the most fame or infamy really got their start in 2009. But what about what happened in 2008? Most of what Elpresador did during that first year were area of effect attacks.
Alright people, now you know the Crytek 3 engine is in development right now for the Trey and the 360, and they already came out and said it runs significantly better on the Trey than it does the 360. That's a good thing, it always is. Now what you're going to see also is when you get a game on the Trey that's running the Crytek 3 engine, you get the game, you put it in, you play it. When you get it on the 360 now, the game, you also get an included bonus. And that would be this. A standardized home fire detector. It's government issued. It's made. It's by law they have to. Because they're not sure what this engine is going to do to that 360. They cannot release a game on the 360 without including this. It has to be done. Little kids will be playing their games, waking up everybody in the house. Everybody will be running outside thinking it's a fire. But it'll be the 360. Unknown things could happen. It could blow up. It could blow up. They don't know yet. But it's government issues. They have to release this because they're not sure what can happen. So you're going to have one of these. You'll be playing your game and this thing must have been made by Microsoft and already broke. That thing already broke. But fortunately, for you people out there, Microsoft don't make fire detectors, so you ain't gonna worry. That thing don't even work. Alright, there it goes. But you get the gist of what I'm talking about. So when you get your 360 on the Crytek 3, Engine 3, whatever, you're gonna get one of these. You'll be playing, and chances are you're gonna be hearing this a lot of times during the gameplay.
but he did have a total of 5 battles before General MLD came along in 2009 and changed the playing field. Those 5 individuals were Samuel Tageek, Gaming Guru Reviews, whose channel no longer exists and was never archived, Zephyrnix, El Baracho, and Reston 216. They represent the 5 sagas of the 2008 console war year. The Slobule Saga, the Sniffin' Dick Saga, the Baracho Saga, the Guru Saga, which is lost to the sands of time, and the Reston Saga. As stated, Guru's channel is long gone these days, and none of his videos have been archived as best as I've been able to find. And most of Elpresador's videos concerning him are also gone. So all we have to even prove he ever existed are videos of Elpresador mentioning him as one of the 3 Stooges, alongside Zephyrnix and Samuel Tageek. Baracho was around during that period as well, as I mentioned in a previous episode, but he started out as a guy who loved old-school Sony games like Metal Gear and what have you, but still supported 360 and made it clear he hated the Trey Brotherhood. His activity stretched through around 2010, but none of us knew it at the time because he kept creating new channels, so it wasn't always obvious who he was until he stopped posting comments and actually made a video, and then his Muppet-like voice gave him away every time. He also has very few surviving videos from that period. In fact, most of the videos pertaining to all of the first-year sagas have little to no indisputable, irrefutable, factual evidence when it comes to videos, and hence do not have enough content for me to mine them and give each saga its own episode. So to be as thorough as I possibly can, I will be condensing all of them into this one episode as the Year 1 sagas. Samuel started responding to Elpresador's Area of Effect videos. He had already been trolling PS3 fanboys that came along prior to that, so had a sense of confidence that he hadn't actually earned, as up to that point he had been aiming at mostly easy targets. As stated before, he was 17, he wrote for a little indie site called Freezecracker, and he felt that made him a real gaming journalist, and so he outwardly took on the arrogance he assumed that had earned him. Inwardly, he was pretty insecure. He had issues with his weight and his general appearance. I can't say anything, of course. 14 years later, I've become a total fat ass myself, but it clearly bothered Samuel a lot. During this period, he also wore his hair long and not in a particularly well-kept way, and often wore a black fedora on camera. Yes, friends, in the beginning, Samuel Tageek was the living embodiment of the Yes My Lady meme. Sam and Prez fought on and off throughout that first year, but Sam exposed his insecurities by having many of Elpresador's videos mocking his appearance and demeanor flagged down for bullying.
Elpresador, you are a sad, pathetic troll. You really are. You played with fire. You played with fire. And you got burned. I used my contacts at YouTube to have you suspended. And I'll do it again. And I'll keep doing it until you never are allowed on again.
This practice was known in the community as pussy flagging, or spraying my videos in period blood. People who engaged in this type of content suppression were known as flaggots. Years down the line, Omega Loser would be inspired by Black Bond's issues with flagging to write an entire song about it.
Bang, bang! Bang, bang! What? I'm flagging. What? I'm snitching. I'm flagging. I'm flagging. I'm snitching. I'm flagging. I'm clicking. I'm flagging. I'm snitching. I'm flagging. I'm clicking.
Meanwhile, Zephyrnix was more or less out in left field. He was supporting the other two, but wasn't a part of the whole Freezecracker posse, such as it were. Still, he was also known for flagging videos for various reasons, typically unwarranted, an issue that followed him throughout his tenure on YouTube, so once again, a flag. Now again, nothing remains of Guru's activities. Suffice it to say, he was associated with Samuel via the Freezecracker site and engaged in similar tactics, and also was labeled a flag. And then finally there was Baracho. We've already discussed how he was on camera, and his life situation, and the fact that he was most definitely a flag. Maybe I should have named this episode the Flag Sagas. Ah well. After various back and forths, Elpresador looped Zam, Zephy, and Guru into one group he labeled the Three Stooges, while occasionally taking a swipe across Baracho's bow.
Hello, people. I want to apologize to everybody on YouTube because, I've been kind of an ass, and I'm going through therapy right now. Welfare's paying for it, and at your expenses. And my first order of therapy is to come over to Mr. Elpresador's house and talk to him about our differences.
In the midst of all that going on, he continued to post area of effect attacks, luring in more unsuspecting victims. It was during this time that Elpresador first introduced the character, the Gaming Dwarf.
Hey guys, it's the Gaming Dwarf. Fuck Call of Duty 5. I got a 25 streak kill streak. It's too easy. It's too easy. You guys know it is. You guys know it's too. You guys know it's too easy. Too easy. I got killed by random grenade across the map. Random killing.
It was also during this time that Elpresador perfected his methods for impersonating his targets. He took great pleasure in making multiple impression videos on both Samuel the Geek and Zephyrnix. I am unsure if he ever did any that were impersonating the Guru. If he did, none of them have survived.
Hi guys, Elpresador has been shut down. He has been flagged and shut down. The channel is no longer viable. No more factual evidence for you, Elpresador. I got a voicemail. But who could be?
One saved message. Main menu. First saved message.
Samuel, a lot of speculation around YouTube that you had my account flagged and shut down. Yeah, you guys couldn't take it because I was gaining subs and channel views. And I was getting ready to pass you. You guys had it shut down. I was gaining channel views and subs at a rapid pace, and you guys couldn't take it. You had it shut down. Let the games begin.
Replay 4.
Oh my god! He knows! He knows! What am I gonna do? I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
As the Trey Brotherhood concept took root, early adopters joined in the fray, guys like Mr. Who Gives a Fuck and Reston. Everything went well with Reston at first. Like others, Elpresador featured Reston's first few videos on his channel page. Reston focused his attention on Baracho, trolling him in the same way many others did by mocking his voice and life situation. To further how special his one-sided bromance with Elpresador was, he engaged in private PSN chats with Prez, where both took turns mocking Baracho. These sessions Reston filmed with his camcorder and uploaded to his YouTube channel.
This guy, he actually thinks that we made a video and ruined his internet trend because we all know the internet is some serious business. This shit is real to El Ricardo. This is his life. Playing any, hello people, I'm playing any of your games, you know, I'm living at my mom's house with nobody.
In the midst of this little soiree, Baracho got several accounts taken down, at least one due to being caught false flagging videos en masse. Eventually he created the 8-Bit Joker account and managed to hold on to it for a while. at least into 2010, at which point it also got taken down and he disappeared from the scene. But not before Elpresador also gave him the impersonation treatment and made several videos generally mocking him. But before all of that took place, Reston engaged in discussions behind the scenes with Sam and the other folks at Freezecracker, who at that time had also managed to kill one of Baracho's channels by flagging several of his videos down. Reston decided that they had more things they agreed on than disagreed, and added them as recommended channels to his YouTube channel page. Now again, many Trey Brotherhood members were on friendly terms with Xbots behind the scenes, but they didn't broadcast it by listing them as featured channels. Kayfabe had to be maintained after all. So some Trey Brotherhood members took notice of this and reached out to Reston, advising him that he had better not let Elpresador see what he was up to. Reston scoffed at this, but reached out to Elpresador anyway and asked him if he had a problem with him. Prez said no. Reston apparently didn't accept that simple answer and pressed him on it. Now around this time, Reston had tried to get Elpresador involved in some kind of proposed gag on Freezecracker. You know, the guys Reston had just become friends with and added to his featured channel section. He suggested Elpresador should try and pull a trick by pretending that his whole channel was basically an audition to get into the WWE based on his promo skills and physical build. He also tried to convince Elpresador that Solid Rev was trashing him behind his back, which Prez knew for a fact was a lie. All of these things combined had already clued Elpresador into what Reston was up to, so on top of everything else that had soured his opinion of him, Reston, refusing to accept no as an answer, set off Elpresador's impatience with any expression of sensitivity or butthurt, and he unloaded on Reston in multiple PM responses. Reston, clearly hurt, ended the conversation by thanking him for featuring his videos and leaving the Brotherhood. He then got bitter like a jilted girlfriend and started running his mouth about it, which then led to Elpresador posting in comments that Reston was a snake and everyone in the Brotherhood should start unsubbing him immediately. Baracho, who up to that point had been the target of Reston for weeks, suddenly popped back up and defended him. Seeing this, Elpresador turned on his camera and addressed them both simultaneously.
You got jealous over another man on the internet. Did you think we were going to meet in real life or something? Did you think me and you were going to be boys? I'm going to come to Hudson, New York, whatever, to hang out with you? You fucking nerd ass. I mean, look, if y'all didn't know, look at Reston's channel. He was an avid WWE wrestler fan. He's even come out and said that I reminded him, I don't know if you've seen the comments a few times, he said I was a Stone Cold of the console war. As his childhood hero, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker were the two biggest wrestlers. He loved them. I reminded him of that. And he feels betrayed now because I used him and abused him. The minute you started talking, did you actually think I was going to fall for your fucking talking about infiltrating that website? Come on now. You didn't think I found that fishy? As soon as you said that, I knew you was up to something. I kept sending you PMs saying, yeah, tell them I'm a WWE wrestler. You got what I wanted you to have. I was stringing you along the whole time, you dumbass. So fucking dumb. You thought you had this master plan to take me down when the whole time I knew what the fuck you were doing, you snake? I'm the snake. I'm the smart one. I knew what the fuck you were up to. I fed you some bullshit, but I got people that can confirm this, that I told them you were up to something. So I fed you what I wanted you to know so you could run back and tell your little boys that. You even tried to make me hate Solid Rev. You said, I got PM saying this. But I talked to Solid Rev. In case you didn't know, me and him didn't like each other for 7 months. I told them how you, and then by the way, they didn't like you at all. They wanted to make a vid on you, but they thought you was my boy. You was my boy, you was a fucking nerd. I would never, like I said, I told you, I would never hang out with someone like you. You got incensed. And then when I talked about Solid Rev, you really got incensed, because you tried making me hate him. You got incensed because I favorited his videos. That's why you went to my boy and said, is he mad at me? You don't favorite my videos no more? Your videos suck. When you put them videos out on the nerds, I favorite them. Other than that, your videos suck. They were horrendous. I had no use for you. They were garbage, boring. And then when you got really pissed, that's why I made this channel. Because I had you analyzing how you look. Your videos now, you used to have your head like this, real high, bulging forehead. Now you comb your hair over so they hide that forehead, huh? What's the matter? Am I in your head right now in your new videos, combing your head down? That's factual. Owned your ass. And now, Baracho, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anytime someone puts a fucking troll video out on me, you come running, he did the same to me, he did the same to me. I didn't do shit to you. I made a video about a shitty ass SoCal game. You cried like a little bitch about it. Got your panties in a bunch about it. Wasn't crying about it. You fucking owned yourself. God, you revere this dude, man. And look it up. I know you can't understand that without your GED, but look it up. You hold him up here when he's down here. I mean, he's a nerd. You think he's so great. You even made a video about it like a little schoolgirl. You got another man crush on him. You said, if you fuck with Reston, you blue people, if you fuck with Reston, you fuck with me. And I know you're going to flag this, because anytime someone makes a video and you flag it like a little bitch from your 50 accounts, you're an internet failure. That's all you do is live on the internet, Elpresador. You guys take this serious. Reston apparently thought I was boys with him. I don't even know you. I don't even fucking know you. And I don't want to know you. You're a fucking nerd. And Elpresador, man, you live on the internet. You failed. It's your whole fucking life, the internet. You take this shit serious. You made a comment the one day saying, I don't like YouTube drama no more because it's too stressful in my life. How the fuck is this stressful? This is fucking fun. Anybody, and I noticed you've been lying to yourself with all these trolls that hate me. Wrath, you remember the guy that I mind fucked? He made the video about me and my kills on 2 stats because apparently I was inside his head and I don't even know him? That's called mind fucking. Like I did to you two. You think you got information on the Trey Brotherhood? You got what I've given you. I wanted you to have. Strung you along the whole time. Hook, line, and sinker. I played you like a fucking fiddle. You was playing like a fiddle. And I don't know nothing about computers, but I got this. I'm street smart, you dumbasses. Elpresador, man, for real. Ain't you the one that always said, if you're down with my enemies, you ain't down with me? What the fuck happened? He's in with the enemies. He's in bed with the motherfuckers that flagged your videos, you dumbass. He's in bed with them. And you can't see that because you're too fucking dumb. You're blinded by your man crush. Christ. Reston, you wanted attention. You even told me yourself you want YouTube drama. You live for it. Because you failed on your own. Your childhood hero, Stone Cold Steve Austin, who you perceive to be me, because I'm like that, you think, and you fucking got hurt by me. You say I betrayed you, I used you and abused you. That's what I did. I strung you along like a fiddle. At the end of the day, I'll still have the Trey Brotherhood and my job making $80,000+ a year for 9 months of the year, by the way, because you know I can't work in the winter because of the weather. And Elpresador, you'll still be fucking living on YouTube all hours of the day with no fucking job, no GED, and living at your mother's house. You need to get a fucking life. Now, y'all gotta understand, this is how I do things. I'm gonna start putting my shit on live video and just start punking the fuck out of cats. For real, live video. I already got an account, the Elpresador. I'm gonna start owning motherfuckers, man. For real. Reston, how do you feel right now? You guys take this shit serious? You actually thought I was gonna come to Hudson, New York with your nerd friends, Reston? Come on, man. Please. You think someone like me and Rev, Solid Rev, would hang out with you? Come on, man. Christ. Can't believe I hurt you that bad. You got hurt by another man over the fucking internet. Over the fucking internet. And Elpresador got a fucking man crush on him. Oh, you're making fun of him. You make fun of him. You make fun of me, people. Everybody seems to make fun of you anyway, George. And go ahead and flag it, because anytime someone talks about you, flag it, because you can't take this shit. It's your life. God!
Reston tried to respond to this, claiming it was all a lie, but by that point the damage had already been done. Solid Rev had established himself over the previous several months, as had others. MLD had arrived on the scene, and everyone was focused on him. The Brotherhood was growing exponentially, with guys who were more charismatic, who could draw a lot more attention and views to the Brotherhood than someone like Reston could ever hope to compete with. So he faded into obscurity. And then, on July 27, 2009, a year and 5 weeks after Elpresador began his quest for ownage domination, I finally stepped into the ring, ignored all the small fries, and went straight after General MLD in my first video. But that, my friends, is another story.
Hey guys, 7th here. Just wanted to take a quick moment to thank Infinity Ward for the promotional autographed copy of Modern Warfare 3. Now, true, it's not quite as nice as what I got from Naughty Dog, but, you know, it's a nice gesture all the same. Not really my type of game. I mean, personally, I think it's a big steaming pile of shit. Speaking of which, I have found one good use for this game. Observe. It's great for picking up dog shit. Thanks, Infinity Ward!